Some of you may be wondering why I'm including the Z sound or the Z sound. Well, if you have difficulty with S, there is a good chance that you're lisping Z as well. The Z sound is made in exactly the same way as the S sound. The only difference is voicing. Remember I said that S was a voiceless sound? Well, Z is a voiced version of S, which means the vocal folds come together to make sound. Your tongue is still doing exactly the same thing and going to the same place in your mouth. The only difference is sound. Practice the two sounds, S and Z, and you will hear the difference, although you still may be doing a Z sound with a lisp. S, Z. We use the same type of program for correcting Z as we did for S. You need to create a new motor program and practice the new sound. Now you have the knowledge and skills to change your speech. I don't need to write you a whole program for changing the Z sound. I'll give you some guidelines so you can start practicing. You might find it easier to work on Z once you've really mastered the S sound. Remember that your tongue position for Z is the same as S. To create a new motor program for Z, you need to follow exactly the same tongue movement as you did for S. Air comes up from the lungs and through the larynx, but this time the vocal folds come together for Z because the sound is voiced. The blade of your tongue lifts and has close approximation with the alveolar ridge in your mouth. Your front teeth will almost be together, but both your jaw and lips will be relaxed. The sides of your tongue should also lift a little and make some contact with the inner side of your upper teeth. This creates a groove across the middle of your tongue, and the air travels along the groove and passes between the blade of the tongue and the alveolar ridge. The friction of the air passing between these two surfaces with the voicing creates the Z sound. You need to create a new Z sound with a new motor program. Find a symbol that you could use to represent the new Z. Here we'll use a hash symbol. Follow the steps that you used to change the S sound. Practice the new sound and use a mirror and or a buddy to check your progress. Alternate between your old and new sound like you did with the S. Visualize in your mind where your tongue goes when you make the new sound, and make some simple nonsense words. Work through sets of nonsense words like you did with the S sound. Start with simple one-syllable words and move to harder ones. Then create nonsense words with the new Z in the middle and at the end. Then create some sentences that contain your nonsense words. When you feel confident articulating nonsense words containing the new Z, use your new motor program to work on real words. Remember, some words that are spelt with an S actually contain the Z sound, for instance sausages and fleas. Try riddle words with the new Z at the beginning and words with the new Z in the middle and at the end. And try some harder words. Put some of the words in sentences. Once you feel you have a strong motor program, start reading words containing the real letter Z rather than the symbol. Get a book or newspapers and read some paragraphs, making sure to concentrate when you articulate any words containing Z. Use a tape recorder, a buddy and a mirror to get feedback on how you are articulating the sounds and where your tongue is going when you produce the Z sound. Keep practicing. If you've been making progress, it is important not to rest on your laurels. And remember to use self-monitoring and self-correction.